Now that I have all of my pieces cut, I need to turn them right side up. As I turn them, notice that these shapes are going to flip to the opposite side. So I might want to push them off gently and then flip one shape at a time or a couple shapes at a time. And again, I'm kind of piecing it together like a puzzle. And because we have these values across there, it should be easier to match everything up. Now that I've done this, now the way I designed mine, if I take every other section off, it will automatically show the space behind. And that in itself is going to give me a very interesting optical illusion look. So I could say that I like it like that and I'm ready to glue. Otherwise, I can use these shapes and figure out how to create it. I would try to line this up with the edge and make sure that we're putting some spacing in between the lines. And if I need to, if this goes off the page, we can always cut that off later. Let me give you a little tip on gluing. As I'm using the glue, I would take one piece at a time. I would turn it over to the back. And remember, we always put the glue on the outside edge. I usually say dinky dots, but you can also use a very thin line of glue. Whatever the case, it needs to be a very small amount so it's not got too much glue on there. I turn it over. I'm going to line up these edges with the outside edges. Notice I started with my largest piece first that's on the outside. That way I have something to kind of gauge where I'm at. Then I take the next piece. I'm going to do this with all of my pieces. And when they're finally all down, then what I'm going to do is flip the entire paper over. Okay, notice that this one doesn't go all the way to the end. That's okay. This paper might have been smaller. Just keep lining it up and spacing these the way you like it. If you think it should go to the bottom, then go ahead and push this down until it lines up and this side lines up. What matters the most is that you like the spacing of your different layers. When you're all the way finished, then you can take the whole thing and turn it over and rub it on the back, and that way the glue won't get on your fingers. Now it's your turn. Remember, when you're laying this out, first lay it like puzzle pieces and then remove the pieces that you're not going to use. When they're in place, then you turn them over one at a time and glue them down.